I'll admit I'm torn on this one. In one way, I'm glad, and in the other way, I'm not. Story that comes to us from the Independent Sentinel. President Trump will sign an order to send some criminal aliens to Gitmo. Now, like I said, I'm torn. On one hand, it's like, let's just get rid of Gitmo. I'm not saying necessarily pull out our troops, but I don't see why it has to continue to be for detention. I understand why. I'm not saying that I'm ignorant of the reasons why Gitmo is what Gitmo is and why it plays the role that it plays. Okay? It's just easier to take something, take people and bury them over there away from scrutiny, bury them over there where it's challenging to address certain legal issues. I'm not a fan of it. I'll admit it, but I understand it. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not like all. I'm not an activist. We got to close down Gitmo. I would rather it be closed. I'd rather just be done with it. Let's just deal with everybody, terrorists, non-terrorists, in this case illegal aliens. Let's just deal with them straight up. Take every illegal alien, send them where they need to go. But I also I have a lot of trust that I put in the Trump administration. So far, they have more than earned trust. So when they make decisions like this, I will back it, even if I don't necessarily agree with it in principle. President Trump said Wednesday that he plans to send up to 30,000 illegal immigrants to detention facilities at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. He plans to send some of the criminal aliens to Gitmo. So today, I am signing an executive order to instruct the Department of Defense and Homeland Security to begin preparing the 30,000-person migrant facility at Guantanamo Bay, he said, while signing the Anti-Illegal Immigration Laken Riley Act, which is a story that we're not going to cover because it has been covered, but praise God. And I'm very happy, very pleased that the first piece of legislation that President Trump signs during his second administration is the Laken Riley Act. Yeah, that is... It's a no-brainer. It helped to expose, by the way, the Democrats that would inexplicably oppose it. And I'm glad that was the first one that he got to sign. But back to the article itself. And this is a further quote from Trump. He said, "Most people don't even know that we have 30,000 beds in Guantanamo to detain the worst criminal illegal aliens threatening the American people. Some of them are so bad we don't even trust the countries to hold them because we don't want them coming back." And so that you understand the mentality there. But it's more than that. I think what he's setting up for, too, is what do you do about, obviously we had Colombia that tried to turn away the people that we were deporting back to there, the Colombian nationals that Colombia, for whatever reason, didn't want. We know the reason. But what if he does run into a challenge with, say, China or any country, and he has to park people somewhere until they can work it out through tariffs or threats or whatever, work it out to get these other nations to take back their citizens who came into our nation, who invaded our nation. You got to put them somewhere. So I can get that. But also, like you said, there's some people, hey, why take a guy who's been deported 8 times, a rapist, murderer, who's been deported 8 times already, why send him back to Mexico? Because he's just going to be free again, and then he's just going to come cross the border again. He's probably going to rape or murder or steal or whatever again. Let's just send him to Gitmo. Man, this plan has already grown on me. See? I was against it at the beginning of this article, but M. Dowling over at Independent Sentinel might be changing my mind. This will double our capacity immediately, and it's a tough place to get out of. You don't hear about a whole lot of Gitmo escapees. Only 15 terror suspects remain in Gitmo, down from nearly 700 in 2003. Barack Obama and Joe Biden have gotten as many out as possible. On Wednesday, Border Czar Tom Homan told reporters that there's already a migrant center at the Cuba outpost, and it's been there for decades. So we're just going to expand upon that existing migrant center. Every facility, including Gitmo, will have the highest standards. I wish I had that on video. I'm talking to having him explain, gonna just send them down to Gitmo. It's practically a paradise down there for these guys. They get a cot. Sometimes they get a blanket. Sorry. I love that guy. Uh, yeah. So he said that flights to the communist island would be reserved for the worst of the worst. It certainly will be a deterrent. So again, I guess it grew on me. I can support this plan. How about you? Can you support sending the worst of the worst illegal aliens, the ones that are probably going to come right back if we were to deport them to anywhere else, or they're just going to find their way back into America? Do you support the idea of let's just stick them in the hole known as Gitmo? It's growing on me. It's growing on me. Follow some or all of my work. Go to jdrucker.com/find. You'll get my videos, my posts, my articles, my various websites. jdrucker.com/find. You know you want to find me.